Yeah, Sanjay Uche here. People bring you my review on Boruto Naruto Next Generations, episode 9. Wow, that's quite a mouthful. But yeah, definitely a bit late. So, Sunday. This starting this week, I'll see if I can try and get my reviews out on Wednesdays once more, which is this exactly the air date of the episode. So, look out for that. Also, before getting into it, if you like what I do, if the usual, it help out if you subscribe, share this video out, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But let's get right into it. This episode of Boruto, while I feel it wasn't as good as the previous episode, episode 8, it still has its merits. Um, the basic premise of it is split into two parts essentially, with part one of this episode being Boruto proving slash trying to see if he truly has the Byakugan, which is not the case, obviously. And basically, part two of this episode kind of just goes back into the generic formula of someone gets taken over by evil chakra, Boruto and company stop it, and continue to wonder what's causing this. But yeah, let's get into it. So we start with Hanabi and versus Boruto essentially, because originally it was Hiyashi, Hinata, and Hanabi's father that was supposed to actually test Boruto through a sparring match to see if he truly has Byakugan, but Hanabi, sorry about that, Hanabi suggested take over. So what I especially loved about this episode is two things specifically. I'm getting messages here. And that's really and truly the fact that the choreography of the sparring match between Boruto and Hanabi was pretty darn spot on. That definitely added to the merits of this episode. And it was kind of cool to see that Boruto, he's pretty tactical to say the least. So that was pretty cool. Um, and I think the second thing that really made this episode worth watching was the characterization where Boruto and Naruto himself is concerned. On the side of Naruto, you can definitely see that even though he doesn't really spend as much time as with his family as he should these days, but it was still cool to see that he was pretty aware of his son in just, how should I put it, basically he understands his son, understands that his son will only take certain actions if he truly means it. So basically, he has a pretty clear cut understanding of his son. It's not like he doesn't know anything about his son. And I think that really adds to Naruto's character. Basically, Naruto's reasoning was that Boruto is really talented, so he doesn't really have to try hard at things. So he ends up taking shortcuts. So he really truly understands about his son, and the fact that he decided to go all out in the sparring match, Naruto really picks up that Boruto wasn't lying about that he has a special eye technique. So that was cool to see, and it was cool to see that Boruto kind of took the L in the sense that he felt that his dad may be disappointed in him. So that was cool to see in the first half of this episode. In the latter half, I mean, after the sparring match, we get some family time. We get some cool interactions between Boruto and Hanabi, as well as Naruto and Hiyashi, which was pretty cool to see. Um, the episode didn't really advance the plot as much as last week's episode, but it still dealt with something involving the main plot of Boruto's eye technique, which relates to the main plot of this evil shadow thing. So I think going forward, at least want episodes of the structure, at least where one half deals with something slightly advanced in the plot, if not a lot, and the second half can still be some generic stuff. But even in the second half of this episode, I think it's where it falls down. It was kind of funny, but we kind of just dive back into that generic formula we've been having. But and I think that was good in a sense. In the way this episode was structured has its merits in that we didn't spend the entire episode on that generic formula. So that's what I loved. So Boruto goes out and he bumps up into Sarada. And the guy that was in the movie, Kage Masa, I think that was his name. Yeah, the movie character. They bump up into the actor and they see that he's been taken over by the evil shadow thing, but he's put on weight, so it's kind of funny. And we get some fight scene exchanges here where Boruto and Sarada take him out, which was pretty cool to see. Towards the end, though, and I mean, after this is basically where the episode ends. All in all, I think it was a decent episode. I think episode 8 was definitely the stronger episode, if not one of the strongest episodes out of these 9. But all in all, I think it was a great episode but well, it was a decent episode. Let's not push it. I know this is a short one, but there's not really much to say about this episode. So if you watch the episode, let me know what you thought, and rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.